This first news story comes to us from the IGN staff. I've never seen that before, where it just says IGN staff.
They were just like, we all want to write an article.
So. The entire IGN staff got together to write PlayStation State of Play September 2024. Everything announced. Sony's latest PlayStation live stream has come to an end, and we've gathered all the news and trailers from the event today. The September Sony State of Play yesterday focused on updates about upcoming PS5 and PSVR 2 games. We got a closer look at how the PlayStation 5 Pro is enhancing games. You can dive into all the latest PlayStation news and trailers from the show below, and we will continue to cover any new developments about these games on IGN as we learn more. All right. It's here at the very top of the news story. The big dog announcement was Ghost of Tsushima sequel called Ghost of Yate. I assume that's how it's pronounced. And let me tell you,
looks phenomenal.
Looks phenomenal. As Erika Ishii as the lead, which is amazing.
Shout out to Erika. I've been following Erika for a long time and enjoying her content, and I'm ecstatic that she's gotten a big break like this. So
yeah,
I am over the moon for her.
I know her just from like College Humor Dropout stuff, and then like Dimension 20. Like I've seen, like I love her in Dimension 20. All of her characters are always great, D&D and stuff like that. And so to see her here, I was just like, whoa! And it's like actually her. Like it's actually just a scan of her in the game. I'm like, heck yeah, it's so cool. Yeah,
I'm so proud. So congrats, Erika. I cannot wait to play this game.
Stoked. Sequel to Ghost of Tsushima will be arriving in 2025. The new game will be titled Ghost of Yate and focus a new protagonist, Atsu. The announcement trailer gave us a pretty good look of what we can expect from the upcoming game from Sucker Punch. Beyond the new game itself, the chief executive at Sony has stated they want to expand into other media, turning this franchise into movies, TV shows, and other spin-offs. We also got Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered announced.
Okay.
So we're getting the Last of Us treatment now with Horizon Zero Dawn. So there's going to be about 3 versions of this probably over the next couple of years.
You know what?
They're going to come out. They're going to come out with Horizon Zero Dawn Part 1 in about 3 years, and then there'll be a collection with all the remastered ones again.
Wow. I thought about this, and I can't really make too much fun of it anymore, unfortunately, because when the new Switch comes out and they bring out Breath of the Wild DX running at 60 and with all the upgraded textures and stuff like that, I'm gonna be over the moon about it. So I can't in good conscience make fun of a Horizon Zero Dawn remake when I'm getting ready to do the same thing and pop off for a game that came out that same year. So Horizon fans, have at it. I'm going to be on the other side of the fence doing the same thing. So,
It does say anyone who owns a PS4 version will be able to upgrade for just $9.99. So that's exciting because I own the PS4 version. So it's like, all right, I can throw $10 over there and play the PS5 version on PS5. That's fine. It's when they try to, gouge you for the new version. Because with Last of Us, I think there was an upgrade, but it was more. It wasn't just $10. It was more like 20 or 30. They wanted to charge you for an upgrade. I'm like, yeah, you can.
Gee, thanks.
Shove it. The remaster is arriving on October 31st, 2024, and will include 10 hours of re-recorded dialogue as well as visual enhancements. That's wild. They actually went through the trouble of re-recording all the dialogue.
Oh, it actually is a full-on remaster. I'm not mad at it then. Yeah. I thought it was just the same game, but like running better. So.
Yeah, I mean, visual enhancements and they re-recorded all the dialogue, which that was one of the biggest gripes, right? It's like every time you went into dialogue, the dialogue sounded stale and also the animations were horrible, right? Like, that's all I remember.
I saw something somewhere where they're like doing the same thing as Forbidden West with NPCs, because that's the one game where NPCs, like, they don't just move like Fallout, where they maybe move a hand around to let you know that they're talking to you. Like they went in and animated the NPCs and made some of them walk around and have facial expressions and all that. So if they can do that and bring that tech to 100% do that.
That's what it sounds like they're doing. So that's awesome. That's great. That's worth a $10 upgrade.
You joke, but it helps with immersion.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I totally agree because what little I played of that game, like that was one of my biggest not gripes, but like the biggest things I noticed is every time you get in a conversation with someone, it's like, why are they like, or like they're facing this way, but like their eyes are looking at you and they're just talking
Bethesda
like
face.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening? Why are you talking to me? Like, just turn and look at me, face me. The next biggest announcement: Monster Hunter Wilds release date revealed.
Let's go! Ooh, let's go!
Air horns.
I
Monster Hunter Wilds is officially coming on February 28th, 2025. The latest addition to the Monster Hunter series will be arriving on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and we already have the PC specs for the new game available. The new trailer we've included above showed off new monsters as well. Stoked for that. Excited to try Monster Hunter again. I'm glad it's given me some time because like I have a lot of other games I can be playing right now. So it's like, all right, I got a few months to finish those up and then jump into that with you. Hopefully with you.
We can still do Rise. It's on sale all the time.
I own it.
Or I feel like it's on PlayStation. PlayStation Plus.
I don't. Oh yeah. I feel like I bought it somewhere. Either on. It might have been on my Switch.
We can do it there too. I have it there too.
And
my Switch is hooked up.
I feel like I bought it somewhere because you had talked about like, oh, we can play together, and I got it when it was on sale, and then I never actually. I don't think I ever told
Crimson,
you that I got it.
Either Crimson or Kojima was getting it too, so that's a 3-man right there. We only need one more person.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Get into some Monster Hunter Rise before Wilds, get warmed up. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. I didn't actually. I'm going to be honest, when I was watching, because I watched State of Play like the next day, I skipped the trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds. I skipped to the end and saw the release date because I was watching before I was heading to work. I'm like, I got to finish this before I go to work. So I started skipping through stuff. But the trailers we've seen before, this game looks freaking amazing. So very stoked for that. Astrobot DLC announced for this fall, 2024.
Nope.
Astrobot arrived in PS5 earlier this month. We gave it a sparkling 9 out of 10 review. The game is receiving a free DLC sometime in fall. It has 5 new online speedrun levels and 10 new bots to rescue. One of them better be Gex. That's all I gotta say. So far,
no, they're gonna be Final Fantasy. Why is Square Enix being so weird?
This game should have been a 10 out of 10, but unfortunately, it gets the old 1 out of 10 from Garrett because there's no Gex. So,
did you notice that there are no Square Enix characters in here?
Really?
No.
None?
Not that I can think of.
Wasn't.
I didn't see any Final Fantasy characters in here. And Final Fantasy is huge with PlayStation.
Really? There wasn't like a Cloud or anything?
No. Astrobot Square Enix.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, that is insane. If there isn't. Sometimes no, there definitely was a Cloud. Because I feel like
No, look, here's articles about it too. Astrobot Studio finds it difficult to comment on why Square Enix characters were notably absent. We really respect the choice of each publisher, it said. So there were no Square Enix characters. None. Why?
Huh. Oh, I'm thinking of Astro's Playroom. Cloud is in that. Because I was like, I could have swore I just saw Cloud recently, but it was Astro's Playroom. My son was playing through it, and there's a part where he's swinging the sword on. If you go up and hit him, he like drops the sword and it sticks on the ground like it does at the, like it is at the menu for Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, that's Playroom.
There's no Nier. There's no
crazy. That's weird.
Kingdom Hearts,
that's weird that they were
Final Fantasy.
That's weird that they were cool with it in Astro's Playroom, but then for Astrobot, they're like, nah, not this time. Unless they're planning on it being DLC.
I guess, but like, I don't know. That's just it's such a huge part of PlayStation history to kind of leave out. Like,
yeah, that is.
Maybe Square wanted to get paid for it or something. Unlike everybody else who was like, yeah, just use our stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, the first time they were cool with it, and then they're like, oh wait, you're gonna try to make more, like that was a free packet. Now you're trying to make money? No, sorry. Either way, excited about that. 10 new bots.
Yeah.
I still got to work on that platinum. I finished the game and I was wanting to finish Space Marine 2 first and then go back to Astrobot and finish the platinum.
It's pretty straightforward. It's an easy wrap up.
I'll talk about it in what you plan, but I got distracted because, well, my internet was down in my office, and as you guys all know, I usually play my PlayStation on my Steam Deck. I do the remote play. And so since there's no office or internet down here, I couldn't do remote play. Heaven forbid I had to actually come down to my office and play the PlayStation in person. So now that the internet is back up and running, kind of, sort of, then I will hopefully be getting back to Astrobot because, yeah, I got the platinum in Playroom. I need to get the platinum in this game as well. I think that's my only platinum is Astro's Playroom. This would be my second one ever. Yeah, I've never cared an ounce for any trophies until Astro's Playroom because it was so attainable. Like I looked at the list, I'm like, oh, this is so easy to get, and I love that game so much. And same thing with Astrobot. I'm like, all right, that's the least I could do, you know. This is the game I was telling you about, Adrian, before we were talking about. We couldn't remember the name. The Midnight Walk has been announced. Yes. From the creators of Lost and Random comes a claymation style game with some rather Tim Burton-esque art. We do not have a release window for the Midnight Walk, but you will be able to play it on PSVR 2 or PS5. So it's the same game, but available both in VR and standard. And holy smokes, this game looks so freaking good. I'll have the trailer playing here while we're talking about it, but it's just, I don't know. It's so incredible. I'm loving this new kind of type of game that's coming out more and more because a lot of people are doing it where it's just, like whether it's, I mean, PlayStation kind of I won't say they pioneered it, but I think back to like Tearaway and stuff like that, like where everything was like paper, or I guess back at like Nintendo, they had like Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi, like different Yoshi games and Paper Mario and stuff like that. But there's something about this that's just like, it hardly looks animated. Like it looks like stop motion, real claymation, like animated. It is so well done. It is so good and so creepy. I love it.
That's the best part.
It's so
be weird,
creepy.
Be creepy. I want that.
Love it, love it, love it. So it says it's from the creators of Lost and why doesn't it just say who the studio is? Tell me. Apparently Lost and Random. Something. Lost and Random. A trailer just popped up right here. It looks very similar, honestly. Actually, no. Lost and Random looks more like Psychonauts. It looks like a lot. I think this.
Yeah, no. I think the studio is like something Moon, Rise, High Moon, something.
I don't know. This article doesn't even say. It's funny. It's like, why can't you tell me who made this freaking game? Anyways, look forward to that one. That game looks so good. Let's see. Hell Is Us gets a new gameplay trailer. I don't really care about that. Do you care about that?
What? You don't like Hell Is Us? I thought it looked interesting.
Maybe I just don't remember what it is. The new trailer for Hell Is Us showcased another horror game that looked a bit like a Souls-like game. It included sword combat, a drone on your shoulder. It does not have a release date yet for PlayStation. This game will also be arriving on Xbox Series X and S consoles. I don't remember. Oh no. Okay, this is the one with the weird like faceless monsters. Like they look like they look like the things from Kingdom Hearts. That was one of the first thing.
The Nobodies.
The Nobodies. Yeah, this looks like it could be interesting. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. But that's just me. I don't know. You were interested in it though?
Yeah, it looked pretty weird, pretty different. I'm into it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it was just like weird because it was like sci-fi, but like it's all sword fighting, which is interesting, like sci-fi swords. But then I don't know. I feel like the monsters, like it's trying to be like creepy horror, but they didn't. You know what? It's some of the designs of the monsters and like their attacks. Like I'm looking at the trailer here, like the way like their different like attacks, abilities, and whatever magic or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Force they're using. It reminds me of like Control. Like it almost feels like a Control clone a little bit.
Maybe. Okay, I can live with that. But you know what?
Purely design wise, obviously, like gameplay wise, it's going to be very different because it's kind of like sword combat, Souls like, you know, varied. But it, like, to me, is just like, oh, it almost feels like they're almost not stealing, but like it's very heavily inspired by some of like the enemies in Control and stuff like that, which is
right. I'd be interested in giving it a shot.
Yeah. If there's like a demo, I definitely give it a shot. But
right. I hope there's a demo because I feel like, I don't know, I have something in my gut tells me this might be something.
Yeah.
So
well, stay tuned. We don't have any release date at this point, but an interesting trailer nonetheless. Pale World is out on PS5 today. even though the release in Japan will be postponed due to the ongoing lawsuit.
I was gonna say, Game Freak said, absolutely not.
But in the US, you can get a hold of it. I don't know how they managed that, but they did.
I feel like that game's time has come and went.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I feel like it's like, I mean, there's still a lot of people who play it, but I think the hype was purely in its blatant kind of in your face, like,
Pokemon,
like very like, oh, they ripped this off, but they got away with it kind of thing. It's kind of like, haha, this is a Pokemon with guns. But once people kind of realize it's kind of all it is,
they're like us. All right, I think I've seen what the game has to offer.
Right. And there's people who love it. That's fine. You can love it. But
yeah, absolutely.
I think for most people, it's kind of like, oh, all right, that was neat. Let's move on.
Yeah, we had a fun little time with it. And then we were like, oh, this is everything. Okay.
Yep.
Have fun.
Metro Awakening VR. So if you want a game for your dead VR headset, then go pick this up for PSVR 2. Oh, it's also coming to MetaQuest and Windows. So you're fine.
I was going to say, or your live one, aka MetaQuest.
Right. Let me see. There's Lunar Remastered Collection announced for 2025.
Yes. My old man brain and heart jumped so tall when I saw this. Lunar is so good. I played it on PSP. I played a Lunar Silver Star Harmony. It's like it was essentially a remake of the a remaster of the PS1 version for PSP. Okay. Oh my God. It's such a good game. I can't wait for people to experience this for the first time because most people will because I'm a million years old. And most people did not have a PSP who would be picking this game up. So play Lunar if you haven't.
Looks great.
It's a fantastic game. Love it to death.
It's been announced for spring 2025. Collection will include updated visuals and widescreen support. So yeah, go check it out. Nice 2D RPG. I assume it's an RPG.
Was ahead of its time, man.
All right. TMNT Shredder's Revenge Radical Reptiles DLC is free and out now. So if you want more TMNT Shredder's Revenge,
already got it.
Check it out. Go play it. Free.
One of my favorite games.
Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remaster is coming this December. This is a game I think I played like a demo of one time and was like, this is fun.
It's not just me. It's not just me.
It was like, this is fun, but I don't like remember. Like I never played the full game. I was never like, oh, I need more of this kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't know.
Did this ever come out on Xbox?
Soul Reaver?
Because I feel like I played it on Xbox. The original Xbox.
Xbox, let's see. I don't think so. It just shows the remastered. Let me see. Let me go to Wikipedia.
Maybe I didn't, but I feel like I know I've played this game before. I just can't remember where. So and by played this game, I mean played the demo, but I couldn't remember if it was on Xbox or PS2.
So, could you be confusing it?
Dreamcast.
It was on Dreamcast. Yeah, PlayStation, maybe Dreamcast, and Evercade, whatever Evercade is.
I think I might have played it on Dreamcast.
Evercade was a handheld device from 2020, apparently.
Huh.
Never heard of it.
Right.
Okay. It was directed by Amy Hennig.
Okay, so maybe I do need to look into this.
Published by Eidos Interactive, developed by Crystal Dynamics, produced and directed by and designed by Amy Hennig, written by Amy Hennig. I mean, and a bunch of other people, but that's like the main like name there.
Right, that's the name that gets me looking like, oh,
yeah,
interesting.
So that's the first game, and then the second one, Soul Reaver 2, also directed and written by Amy Hennig as well, and that's what's getting remastered. Is those first two. So
she wrote both of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I might need to take these a little seriously then.
Might need to check that one out. Sorry, my internet just went down and came back. I've got to make sure our streams are still going. They are. Everything's good. Everyone's happy. Everyone here, hopefully. Cool. Yeah. It was one of those things. Yeah. I remember like playing a demo and be like, this is neat, but never like having the itch like I need to play them. But people love them. People talk about them like this. The best game that ever came out on PlayStation 1 and 2. So It's like, all right, I might need to check this out. Comes out December 10th, 2024. Comes with improved visuals for PS5 and PS4 and is arriving on the 25th anniversary of the original's release. Also be coming to Xbox Series X. Oh my
God, we're so old. Things are having 25th anniversaries, 20th anniversary.
I mean, PlayStation's doing their 30th anniversary right now.
30th anniversary, dude.
Crazy. Absolute madness. Hitman 3 VR Reloaded. This honestly looks fun. This looks sick. It says here it says coming to PSVR 2. I hope it comes to other places. But watching the trailer for this, I'm like, this looks like way too much fun. Like
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I could see that in VR being fun.
Because Hitman,
I'd be willing to try it.
Hitman, the newer Hitman games can already get real silly if you wanted to. It can also be real serious, but you can get real silly with it. But in VR, where it's just like, okay, whatever I want to do with these hands, like, oh man, I honestly really want to try that. Let's see, Fantasia Neo Dimensions arriving December 5th. I don't know what that is. Do you know? It's a new RPG coming out from the creators of
Fantasian?
Creators of Final Fantasy.
The creator of Final Fantasy. He did the original Fantasian was an exclusive for Apple Arcade. And it's a turn-based RPG. Okay. And then this is the, I don't know if it's a sequel or like a DX version of it, but he's doing this and now it's for all consoles and whatnot.
Yeah.
And PC. So.
Yeah. Looks neat. Sounds neat. Keanu Reeves is going to be the headline. Well, that's pretty cool. Sonic X Shadow Generations DLC. So if you want to play as Keanu Reeves, go get Sonic X Shadows Generations.
That's pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie.
That is pretty awesome. Lego Horizon Adventures arrives on November 14th. I still don't know how I feel about that game. It just seems like a cash.
It's another Lego game. And I hate to say that because Lego games used to be excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent games. And I think the last good one we got was the Skywalker Saga?
I honestly... I've never really played a Lego game until whatever the newest Star Wars one was.
Yeah.
It came out like a year or two ago. Like I picked that up.
Missed some good gaming. Me and my brother used to play those all the time, the Lego games.
Yeah, I don't know. Just never. I think by the time they started coming out, no, that's not true. Because I don't know. By the time I knew they existed, I guess I should say, because they might have been coming out when I was a kid. But I just feel like I didn't like, they weren't on my radar until I was like older. And by that time I'm like, I'm not playing a stupid kids game, you know, it's whatever. But now that I'm adult, I'm like, oh, these actually all look really sick. Like there's like
all rip. Yeah.
But yeah, I missed out. And even the newest Star Wars one, like I only like played a little bit of it and I enjoyed my time, but it was just like, what went through my head is like, this would be a lot of fun with my kids. And so like, I kind of like put it, there's one of those things where I'm like, maybe I'll save it. So I like put it down and now that Shep's getting better at games, he's figuring stuff out. He's been playing my 3DS a lot lately.
Smart kid.
He's been playing Minecraft on there. He's been playing Mario Maker on there. What's another one? New Super Mario Brothers. That's on there. Yeah, he's loving it. He loves that little 3DS. I kind of want to. So the biggest thing is he still hasn't learned to like read. I mean, he's just in like first grade, whatever, kindergarten, first grade, and so I haven't brought it to him yet. But I've been talking with Trudy. I'm like, I want to like, as an incentive, be like, hey, you learn to read, I'll buy you a 3DS and like load it up like mine is.
Ooh.
Because that's like the trickiest thing. Is like he'll start playing games. It's like, Dad, what does it say? Dad, what does it say? What does this button? What am I doing? I'm just like, I want to play my own game. Like, I'm sitting here, like, because we'll sit next to each other. I'm on my Steam Deck. He's on the 3DS, and he's like, what does this say? What does this do? What does this say? And so it's like, all right, maybe like I'm fine with that, but maybe as like an incentive, like, all right, dude, you learn to read. I'll buy you your own. Play whenever you want, kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
We'll see. There's a few other things, but nothing major announced. Alan Wake 2 DLC. I haven't played the original game, but
me either. I want to, but there's just so much stuff.
There's too much stuff.
I hear it's fantastic, and I'm glad it's fantastic.
Some new colors coming to PlayStation. The Chroma Collection. They look all right. They kind of just, the green and the like purplish one. They just remind me of like bug eyes. Like the iridescent kind of like, or like an oil slick on water kind of thing. Like they're cool, but it's just like, I don't know. Not for me. But there's also like a pearl, like white color, like it's white, but a certain light kind of gives like a pearl effect to it. That one's honestly kind of cool. But
none of these sound like the original one, so I mean the PS1 one, so I don't really have any.
The classic collection. The classic collection. I did get a classic collection controller. I'm stoked about that.
You lucky dog.
But I wish they had. I didn't see it on there. Maybe they were sold out by the time that I got on there, but I didn't. Well, by the time I got through the line, I didn't see any faceplates or anything. Maybe they didn't sell any, but I would have bought faceplates for mine in a heartbeat if they had
immediately.
Classic faceplates.
I would have bought those so fast. Fast.
They might not have even had them, but if they did, they were not around by the time I got in the line. I had to wait like an hour and a half. I'm surprised I even got a controller, honestly. I had to wait so long in line.
You're so lucky, dude.
Dynasty Warriors Origins is arriving January 2025. Coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S on January 17th. New trailer that came alongside the release date shows gameplay for the upcoming game as well as some combat. I don't know why I said that weird. Yeah, I'm not a Dynasty Warriors fan, but I know there's people out there who love it. It does look cool.
Hello. Yes, it is me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm feeling this one yet. I'll wait to see what word of mouth is. I am more of a classic Dynasty Warriors fan, where it's basically just like a Muso mode, and you're going and clearing the board and having to strategize your troops and all that. This feels like it's more of a story based game, which I'm not opposed to. I don't mind them switching up the formula, but I'll wait to see if it's good and if it's worth it, and then maybe I'll look into it.
Heck yeah. Sounds good. I mean, it looks
great.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.